Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have 90 Day Fiance. Yeah, it's a reality TV show. I, I was saying this at the end when this was picked, at the end of yesterday's episode. I don't, I don't get why they're pulling all these reality shows from other networks. A lot of these, I don't know where these first appeared, but they're from all over. Like there's, the building, the house ones are all from like a home and housing garden kind of networks. There's ID and there's just all these different things that maybe I guess ABC owns or technically Disney owns. Or they're just sort of filling in blanks. I mean, I understand that. Yeah, hey, you know what? You can't just keep loading in tons of documentaries about the Incas and you only have so many movies. Hey, you could start rolling in some of those 20th Century Fox old movies, more of them. You could do that. They don't have to be all on Hulu or courtesy of Hulu. Come on. But hey, we got it. I'm watching it. So this is from 2014 to 2025, 6 seasons. That doesn't seem accurate. Why? Because we only have season 1, season 5, 6, 9, 10, and 11. Why the other ones weren't on here? I don't know. Just choices they made. I imagine that if you, say, went to Hulu, you might be able to get all the seasons. They don't say that. Although I wonder if I go to season, like, 5, it'll say blocked. No, I guess not. Either way, this first season's only 6 episodes. Then 13, 15, 19, 20, 20. Oh, they keep getting longer seasons. Good grief. So what about this? 90 Day Fiance. The concept, simple enough, is that at least from the one episode I watch, I imagine it's this way throughout. Well, maybe not. Now that I'm seeing a picture here, it's not always American dudes bringing over women from other countries. If you just went by the first episode that I watched of the first season, yes, that seems like that's what this is all about. It's not. I think it's flipped from time to time that there might be a American girl who's looking for a foreign guy. I know people like that. I've known people like that who have looked for people from other countries online, and they worked out all right for a little while and then did not work out in the end. But hey, teach their own. And in this case, we get 3 guys and 3 gals who, these 3 guys are from different parts of America. One guy is a Mormon who lives in Los Angeles. Another guy lives in Oklahoma. And the third guy, I think he's in Ohio. And they don't understand why they just can't find a girl around here. Well, one of them like works on an oil rig for like weeks or months at a time, and he lives with his parents. So that's gonna be fun. That makes it real easy for you to find women when you take them home to your parents' place. Yeah. Then there's the Mormon guy who hey, you know what? He sticks to his religious beliefs and the traditions and the morals of his faith, and that's all right. You know what? If that's what you want to do, you do that. But he brings home a girl he met on a missions trip to somewhere in South America. I can't remember which one he is. 2 of the girls are from South America, and one of them's from Russia. And at least two of them look like they look very young. They're not. They're in their early 20s. They're like 20, 21. Very pretty. 2 of them just look super young. The other one is definitely also young as well, but she looks like she could run circles around the guy that she fell in love with when he came to visit her country. They all ended up in these other countries. They didn't just like check them, from catalog and go, oh, I like that one. She's cute and blonde or whatever. Let's have her shipped over. No, they met them previously, and it wasn't just like an online date thing. They met their future wives in person while visiting the country, and just clicked. just clicked. That easy. Hey, it happens, I guess. I just don't get out much, I guess. So yeah, of course, as I've said, I in the past, I don't really like reality TV shows because they're fake. They're absolutely 100% fake. They're scripted for the most part. The scenarios very often are scripted. But I will admit that these people that they chose to feature in this series, yes, and they have to go through an audition process. They have to go through an approval process to find out who they are, what they're like, how they can interact with each other and the camera, and whether they're willing to take on some situations that might be a little embarrassing. Yeah, they chose some real people. These people, I don't doubt, are real. I don't doubt that their interest is real. Because they didn't choose always the most charismatic people. Normally, when you're doing a reality TV show, like you're the Real Housewives or whatever, you're going to pick people who are loud and obnoxious and just eager to create conflict, so the camera is on them as much as possible. In this, they don't really have much of a choice. The camera is going to be on them. It's 3 separate stories in 3 different parts of the country, and they have to sort of pretend that they're alone in a room together with a guy with a camera on his shoulder filming everything. Oh, I just got to New York City and I can't understand. This is crazy. I'm afraid of the traffic. I came from a little tiny town in Brazil or Colombia. No, Brazil. It was Brazil. I can't. There's no paved streets and we cook in outdoors and I'm now in a hotel room and there's a window that opens like this. It's a little intimidating, I imagine. And I think that's genuine. And I don't doubt that, yes, again, there's situations that don't always work out that well. In this case, while the guys really seem awkward, the girls are the women. They are not children. They are women, thankfully. They are women who, for the most part, except for the Colombian girl, she's... Yeah, I think they played her down because she's, at least, I'm sure later on in the season, I guess, she's going to come out of her shell while in Oklahoma. Yeah. I mean, they thrive. These kind of things thrive on conflict, just like the fake reality TV shows. And yes, as I said before, certain conflicts are either created in many cases, or they just push towards that. They know that, oh, you know what, bring her home and hang out with mom and dad and brother and have dinner, and even if they all absolutely adored each other, you got to create some tension. Maybe mom's not so sure about this spicy Colombian beauty that is now taking away her son, who she told him when he went to Colombia, do not fall in love and bring home a girl. Guess what he did? And she gets home and she's already like, you know what? She gets to her new home and she's like, we really need to find an apartment. They're really nice people. And I'm sure she's being generous with that. And I don't doubt that they are nice people, but I don't know if they're really like big fans of hers from the start. They're very religious. She is sort of religious. Those kind of things. Oh, and when the Mormon guy brings home his wife to be, fiance, 90 days. They all have 90 days, by the way, to decide whether this works or not. I mean, that's the concept. It really took really long to get to this point. But the concept is 90-day fiance. You got to figure this out, that you can work together. And of course, they're going to drag this out over a number of episodes for a whole season, 6 episodes for this first season, to the point where you'll finally find out in the final episode whether they can make it work or not. Or whether she's going back home to whatever country she came from, Russia, Colombia, or Brazil. And and you know what? I'm going to spoil something for you, not for the series itself, but for the aftermath. It actually made me curious enough to find out what did happen to these first three couples that they featured. And believe it or not, assuming that the results I got were correct, they're all together still. They had a bit of a bumpy road. They didn't go into too much detail. One of the couples had a fairly bumpy road during COVID, but all of them are still married and they have at least one child together, each of them separately, not as a group. So yeah, they made it work. So how they get there, again, that's why they make the show. And are they going to throw more twists and turns? Are they going to... The Mormon guy, I got to get back to the Mormon guy. I'm glad he sticks to his religious beliefs and the rules of tenets of his faith. That's fine. He has to have his buddy come over and sleep on the couch while he sleeps on an inflatable mattress, and his fiance sleeps in their bedroom. And if you were just looking at this and didn't have the sound on or anything else, honestly, when they met, you'd assume that it was his long lost daughter, because she looks 12. She's 20, but she looks 12. And he's a good foot or two taller than her. He's a big guy. He's a Mormon missionary who found a very pretty young woman, and they're in love, and now they're in a TV series, and he is being watched over by his buddy to make sure he isn't tempted to sneak into the bedroom and have his way with his fiancée before marriage. Yeah. Again, hey, his choice. It's the way it is. Great. But yeah, it's part of the show. And then they have he's taking her on a tour of Hollywood, going down the Walk of Fame, looking at the stars, and there's these... She's very excited. She's really never been in a great place that crazy, that wild. And if you've ever been to Hollywood Boulevard and all the stars and the Chinese theater and all the other stuff around there, it can be crazy on a summer afternoon, on the weekend especially. It can be crazy. It's not a nice place all the time, but, you're going to get Batman or Superman, or in this case, Captain Jack Sparrow. It's Disney, of course. So you're I guess maybe this probably wasn't made by Disney, but still, Captain Jack. She's a big Johnny Depp fan. So what happens when a guy who dresses up just like Johnny Depp and is acting like him and kissing her hand? This guy, not the Johnny Depp impersonator, not the Captain Sparrow impersonator. It's the fiancé, the Mormon dude. He's so jealous. He's so jealous. And I guess maybe that's all pumped up too. Like, they said, you know what, you need to look more jealous. We're going to put some menacing music under the scene where you just glare at her. Like you're like, I don't like the way that guy's touching you or looking at you. Say something when when he's posing with her. Say something like, no touching, no hugs. And put the menacing music like it's not a good look. Insecurity in a 30-something man who's engaged to a 20-something woman who just arrived on a plane yesterday to Los Angeles from literally a dirt road community in Brazil. She's a bit overwhelmed. She's a bit excited, and she's happy to be there. And I believe that she is genuinely loves this guy. And he does love her. But man, you gotta drop that insecurity. And now I'm invested. Now I sound like I'm invested. I'm not. I'm not going to watch another episode of this. I don't like reality TV shows. But you might be interested in how this works out. So if this is your thing, well, you've got like a half dozen seasons to watch on Disney Plus. Maybe more on Hulu. I have no idea. Maybe I'll get Hulu again at some point, but I'm just not going to get it until I can. I need to keep things locked so I can finish this. I've got maybe 100 episodes left of this. Maybe more. I don't know what's coming. So I know some stuff is coming, but not everything. So yeah, if you can handle these kind of really, to me, all of this is just uncomfortable. Taking people's real lives and making it into a serialized, often fictionalized, often manipulated scenario for the cameras. Just, again, I don't doubt these people are real. That their love is real. That their feelings for each other, whether they're in love or they just want to make a contract to be on TV, just find a mate. And some people will do whatever they can to find a mate. Guys, just chill out, okay? And these ladies, chill out. I'm glad you found somebody that you love and you can spend time with, but this is why I can't watch these things. They're annoying. But so am I guess. I have so many viewers. 35 who love my drama. All my fans. 35. Holy cow. We have a series. Again, we have so few series. I expected this entire quarter to be mainly documentaries and reality TV shows. The fact that we finally have this animated series after so long, I think this has been on here since the beginning of Disney Plus. Maybe. Pretty close, at least. And it's never been picked. But we're going to watch it. Ignore the blacked out line above it that was something that was on Disney Plus and isn't anymore. It's just on Hulu. But this is, maybe we have 5 series now after this at best. I have no idea. We'll find out after we watch Hamster and Gretel. Yeah, some of you know that. Some of you know this series. Yeah, it's for kids, but you know what? Some of these animated shows might be pretty dang good, regardless of who the audience is. That's the magic of animation. So yeah, Hamster and Gretel is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.